teammates don't quite do it. Learning how to communicate that, articulate what you're seeing. That's been the growth of Caitlin Clark throughout her career at Iowa. Some of those early frustrations with some players early. Now they understand what she's seeing. They understand how to move, and if they're open, she will find them.
Martin commits the foul. Clark thought the defender went straight up.
Caitlin Clark's journey to the top of the WNBA has been anything but smooth. While she's shattering records and selling out arenas, a much darker story is unfolding behind the scenes. She's being targeted on the court with flagrant fouls, publicly told to shut up by her own father, and has become the center of a firestorm involving the league's commissioner, who allegedly told her she should just be grateful. This is the untold story of the chaos and controversy surrounding basketball's biggest star.
A lot of people didn't watch Caitlin, I think, in college, at least her whole career. That's very much a part of her personality. In fact, at the tournament, the first game or so of the tournament, it was a point of conversation amongst our desks with Andrea Carter and Shania Glumake, just how she needed to keep her emotions in check, how her team played, particularly well. She didn't play well, but her emotions had really got the best of her, and she acknowledged it. She acknowledges all the time. In fact, Lisa Bluter used to call technicals on her at practice because she gets so fired up. So no, I'm not concerned about her being fiery. I'm not concerned about any of those things, or the fact that she, airs her grievances with the refs. But we're so close, Gare Bear, in terms of the postseason. I mean, we've got a handful of games down the stretch. We've got Chicago losing to Minnesota, and then Atlanta losing to Washington, and Atlanta able to...
Clark's career has been a whirlwind of incredible highs, but it's the moments of raw, unfiltered emotion that have begun to define her public image. Her frequent clashes with referees are well documented, with a history of technical fouls that have put her on the brink of suspension. These aren't just isolated incidents of frustration, they are explosive displays of a relentless competitive spirit that often borders on combustible.
Acknowledged keeping your emotions in check. So I guess in a tense game like this, tense environment, I guess where does your mind, your competitiveness go when, occasionally teammates, kind of have to come in and redirect you away from the refs?
Well, I didn't think they were going to give me a technical at any point tonight. I would have been really sad for people in Washington, D.C. I didn't want to do that. I tried my best.
From slamming the ball in frustration to intense verbal exchanges with officials, Clark's fire is both her greatest asset and a constant source of controversy. This pattern of behavior has followed her from her college days, where her former coach, Lisa Bluter, used to give her technicals in practice just to manage her intensity, into the professional league, raising questions about her ability to manage the immense pressure that comes with her level of stardom. She quickly racked up 6 technical fouls in her rookie season, putting her just one away from a mandatory game suspension, a line she walked for the remainder of the season.
But I don't want to be getting technicals at all, so... And my mom doesn't want that for me either, and I don't want to pay any more fines, so I'm done with that.
The weight of this pressure became glaringly apparent in a moment that quickly went viral. Her own father, Brent Clark, seen mouthing "shut up" from the stands during a game, while some saw it as a simple moment of parental guidance. Others interpreted it as a desperate plea to a daughter struggling to contain her frustrations on a national stage. This public display of concern from her father, who has been described as her rock, highlighted the personal toll of her intense public life.
Clark circling her way through, finds an opening and banks it home. Indiana will reset. Clark, fire away. You bets!
Come on!
It underscored a narrative that goes beyond the box scores, a story of a young athlete grappling with the weight of expectations, both her own and those of the world watching her every move. The incident served as a powerful, humanizing glimpse into the immense strain placed on Clark, revealing that the battle she fights on the court is often an internal one, waged under the watchful and worried eyes of those who know her best.
And obviously the scoring.
Yeah,
Is that accurate?
Yeah, it was definitely fun, and obviously I've gone against JC for quite a while now in my career. Every year I was at Iowa, she was really good at Ohio State, so I'm pretty familiar with her game and what she's about, and I think she's had a really good year for the Wings, and she just kind of takes what they give you. She's always consistent. She's always going to step up to the plate and guard whoever she needs to guard, and happy for her. But yeah, I thought the game was really fun. Obviously, once we got it to 8, I wish we could have kept that a little bit better. We didn't execute really in the half court as well, and when they started throwing some traps at us, we didn't respond to it great. So I think just executing that last minute and a half a little bit better, where we don't have to just go to the free throw line and make a bunch of free throws. I thought we were great at that, but you want to get to the point where you don't have to rely on that too. So I definitely love this type of game. Very high scoring, but our defense.
Adding fuel to this fire, a recent controversy has ignited a firestorm around WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert. Minnesota Lynx star Nafisa Collier revealed that in a private conversation about rookie salaries, Engelbert allegedly stated that Caitlin Clark should be grateful for her off-court earnings, suggesting the WNBA's platform is the sole reason for her lucrative endorsement deals.
Spot, and I thought that 3 she made there in the fourth quarter was huge for us, and we could have executed a little bit better down the stretch, but I think we just really read and understand each other a lot better from where we were at the beginning of the season. Like, the amount of backdoor cuts that girl has got just because we make eye contact and she knows to go backdoor it's incredible. Like, that play we ran to start the third quarter, I wasn't involved in it. I wasn't at the beginning, but we ran that play a million times, and it just made me laugh because she's so fast that she gets open every single time. So I'm really happy for her and proud of her.
This comment, which Clark has not publicly addressed, has been met with widespread backlash from fans and players alike, who argue that it's Clark's talent and marketability that are driving massive revenue and interest to the league, not the other way around. The remark was seen as deeply disrespectful, minimizing Clark's individual power and attributing her success solely to the league that is in reality benefiting immensely from her presence.
You get the rookie record, you get a career high. It's a tense game from start to finish. Friday, you acknowledged keeping your emotions in check. So I guess in a tense game like this, tense environment, I guess where does your mind, your competitiveness go when, occasionally teammates, kind of have to come in and redirect you away from the refs?
Well, I didn't think they were going to give me a technical at any point tonight. I would have been really sad for people in Washington, D.C. I didn't want to do that. I tried my best. But my teammates do a really good job of that. They think I'm funny. They think it's funny. So, and then Aaliyah is the one that ends up with a technical. That's the best part about it all. She's the one babysitting me, and then somehow she ends up with a technical. And she didn't really do anything. She was just standing there. So that's what was funny.
The commissioner's alleged remarks have exposed a potential rift within the league regarding player compensation and the recognition of individual stars who significantly boost the WNBA's profile. Collier's decision to publicly challenge the commissioner has brought the issue of fair pay for marquee players to the forefront, with many arguing that the current rookie salary scale is drastically misaligned with the value players like Clark bring.
But I think I did a better job. I still thought there was a couple moments there where I could have been a little bit better. But now it's basically over. I don't have to worry about that anymore, but I don't want to be getting technicals at all. So, and my mom doesn't want that for me either. And I don't want to pay any more fines. So.
This growing discourse suggests a league at a crossroads, forced to confront how it values the very athletes who are propelling it to new heights of popularity. The debate is no longer just about one player, it's about setting a precedent for how the WNBA will treat its future stars, and whether it will adapt its financial structure to reflect the modern reality of sports marketing and individual player influence. The controversies surrounding Clark are not limited to verbal disputes. On the court, she has been the target of aggressive plays, raising concerns about her safety and whether she is being unfairly targeted. A notable incident involved Connecticut's Marina Mabrey, whose shove of Clark was upgraded to a flagrant 2 foul by the league. This wasn't an isolated event. A hard shoulder check from Chicago Sky's Chennedy Carter earlier in the season was another moment that drew national attention and sparked debate over whether the physicality directed at Clark crosses the line from competitive to malicious. These moments of intense physicality have led to speculation about whether her provocative style of play and the constant media attention make her a target for opponents looking to make a statement and test her composure. This intense environment has undoubtedly taken a toll. A recent groin injury sidelined Clark for a significant portion of the season, a stark reminder of the physical demands of her high-stakes career. Her absence was immediately felt, with a noticeable drop in television ratings and attendance, further solidifying her impact on the league's visibility and market value. The time away from the court has only amplified the questions surrounding her long-term sustainability in a league that is both profiting from her presence and seemingly struggling to protect its biggest star. The injury served as a harsh reality check without Clark on the floor. The Caitlin Clark effect that had seen ticket prices and viewership skyrocket simply vanished, proving her value in the most undeniable way possible. As Caitlin Clark looks toward the future, her journey is far from certain. The fire that fuels her undeniable talent is the same fire that leads to explosive confrontations and public scrutiny. Will she find a way to harness her intensity without extinguishing the very flame that makes her great? Or will the immense pressure, the on-court battles, and the off-court controversies ultimately shape her legacy in ways no one could have predicted? One thing is certain, the world will be watching, waiting to see what happens next in the turbulent saga of this rising star, a player who is not just changing the game, but challenging the very foundation of the league she now represents.